LabVIEW, or Laboratory Virtual Instrument Engineering Workbench, is a system design software developed by National Instruments, used by engineers and scientists for data analysis, visualization, and real-time monitoring and control. So here we can either create a new project or add a blank VI called a blank virtual instrument. Since I need all my VIs to be in a single project, I will create a new project here. Create a blank project and add a new VI to this. You can use some shortcut keys like Ctrl T to align the front panel and the block diagram side by side. This is called the front panel and this is called the block diagram. Now, if you move on to the front panel and right click, you can see several controls like numeric, boolean, string and path, array, list, table, trees, graphs, ring and enum. Now, I'll just move the cursor over to numeric, and now you can see several controls and indicators like a numeric control, numeric indicator, vertical fill slide, vertical pointer slide, knobs, dials, meters, etc. A control is basically your input. It's the input that you are giving, whereas an indicator is the output that you would get after you write the code in the block diagram and wire it accordingly. So let me show you the several indicators and controls that we have here. For example, let me go to array. I can add an array and then add a numeric control into the array. I can expand this array and give input. Then we have strings. There's a string control where I can add text. I also have string indicators. Then we can check ring and enum. Here's a menu ring. If I go to right click and go to properties, I can change its appearance, data type, data entry, display format, etc. In this case, it is enabled. I can also disable and gray it. So keep an eye on the ring menu. I'll disable and gray this, and you can see that it's disabled and grayed. In this case, I'll enable it and add some items into this. For example, I'll write 1. I'll add 1 and give it a value 0 and insert 2. Automatically the values are appended. I'll just keep inserting several items into this, and then I can reorder these values that are given to the items. Example, just select this and then click move down, and then you can see that the values are changing. Now my 2, I can move my 2 down, and now you can see that 1 has the value 0, 2 has value 1 and 3 has value 2. That's it. And then this acts like a drop down menu. I can select whatever input I want to be giving. Let's check some more controls. For example, this is a knob. I can vary the input. I can also vary the range that you can see on the knob. For example, I can change this into 0 to 100. I can also add a meter and change the input and also change the range. I can make this 0 to 500 maybe, and it changes accordingly. There are also, let me remove some of the things from here. There are also waveform charts and waveform graphs. I can add a waveform chart or a graph. And once you make connections in the block diagram and give the output to the graph, then your output will be plotted in the waveform graph or the waveform chart. We'll start with the first example of creating a slope. Now given two coordinates x1, y1 and x2, y2, the slope of the line is given by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So we have four inputs. Therefore, I'll right click and go to controls, numeric, and add four numeric controls. I can just copy paste these using control C, control V, and add a numeric indicator for my output slope. Now I'll rename these according to me as y2, y1, x2 and x1, and this will be my slope. I can align them, and you can see that when I renamed these inputs in my front panel, they've also got renamed in the block diagram. Now I'll add the connections. We need y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So right click in the block diagram and go to functions palette, and here you can see that in numeric I have multiply, divide, subtract and several other blocks. I'll take two subtract blocks and one divide block. Okay, so now I have to connect y2 to the subtract block since I need y2 minus y1. Now in case you do not know how a block works, you can press on Control H to find out the help. It opens the help menu, and here you can see that x and y are the inputs and x minus y is the output. So here I'll get y2 minus y1. Now I'll connect x2 to this. So these are wiring connections, and this cursor that you see is called a wiring spool. You can see that when I point my cursor on the divide block, it automatically shows in the help menu how it works. So the wire that connects up is X, and the wire that goes to the bottom of the divide block is Y, and it divides as X divided by Y. That is our output. So I'll give this here, and the output that I should get is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now I'll close this help menu and give the inputs either using those arrows, or I can type them in. And if I press run, you can see that the output that I get over here is 2. I can also run this continuously and then change the inputs here, and you can see that according to the change in the input, the slope varies. And then you can stop the execution.